Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a recap of this week, but not in the not in the normal way. So on Monday, I did my last set of lifts, just a bit of fun, nothing too hard. Worked up to 360. Um, it moved really easily. I had to do it a couple of times because the plates kept falling off, and then in the end, the bar spun and sort of, I don't know, something must have broke at one of the ends because it just wasn't sitting inside either head of the bar anymore. So overall, pretty good. I was really happy with that, considering I've been at about 60 to 80% for the last 6 months, really. I haven't really talked about it because we weren't sure what was happening. I was getting a lot of abdominal pain. It's one of the reasons I did a massive block without belt, because the belt was just irritating it. So they dropped it down to a couple of things: celiac disease. They thought that I could have had just a reaction to certain medications of mine. Because I'm on things like medical marijuana, medical CBD for some of my mental health and past injuries. So we didn't have an answer. We just kept doing blood test after blood test. It would get better for a little bit, and then it would go away. And we're like, okay, something's working. About 2 weeks ago, I went to hospital. I thought that maybe I just had some bread or something, or I'd had something that had gluten in it, and I thought, okay. I was constipated. I had a lot of pain in my stomach, so I just went, we'll go to hospital, we'll get this treated, figure out. Showed up. So my ALT and AST levels were really high, which normally they sit around 40 for me. They were at 1,000, and last blood test, which had been like a week ago, was at 40. And I thought, is this due to one of my antidepressants, antipsychotics? Is it due to my anti-inflammatory medication? I wasn't sure. Showed up. Or is it due to my HRT or TRT that I'm on? So I didn't know what it was. So we showed up. They kept me in and did some scans, and they found out that it was gallbladder stones that had made its way into my liver and pancreas. So I had a case of acute pancreatitis, which was really bad. The levels in my pancreas were so far out of the normal that they kept me in for 5 days and were telling me that, this could be so much worse. Luckily, I didn't come away with anything too bad on that side of things. I still do have pancreatitis at the moment. I don't have any diabetic problems from it. I have none of that. I'm still able to process fats, which is good. So I'm just getting used to not having a gallbladder at the moment. So I had that removed Tuesday. I didn't realize it was affecting my lifting so much because my lifts were still going up. My base level strength, which is what I was working on, without any peaks, was really high, sitting around 360 to 385 for a deadlift. Even with my shoulder, with bench, I was still sitting around 180 to 190 narrow grip. And I was mainly just focusing on rehab, and then squats was sitting around that 220 to 240. And they were feeling really easy still. So the problem was shoulder once again. I couldn't position it. So found out part of my shoulder pain was due to my gallbladder, which is a common side effect, is like upper back or middle to upper back end severe shoulder pain, which sort of made that ease off. I still got the injury, but it's nowhere near as bad, so I'm happy with that. I've been working on just walking, staying moving. I've not meant to bend over or anything. I have done a couple of light bends at the waist and a little bit of no workouts or anything, but just moving. There's a little bit of pain, but it is feeling better. They had to do a slightly bigger incision just due to muscle density around my abdomen and being able to get through. But I should be back to doing free weights midway through next week, just really light and mostly machine work, as long as my core feels up to it. So I'm going based off how that feels. So if I feel like it doesn't feel ready, I'm not going to start anything. Not trying to rush this recovery at all. So the big things I'm looking forward to is that 4 to 6 week mark of being able to start deadlifting heavier again and starting to bench, squat, and do those movements. The hardest thing is not doing anything. So for me, working out is a big thing for my mental health more than anything. Yes, physical health, strength, all of that. Rehab for my injuries, it's amazing, but mental health wise, working out is one of the key things for me. and not being able to do that is pretty hard at the moment. So my biggest focus is taking it step by step. I'm going to be going through this journey. I will be documenting it so people can see what goes through mind of people who are athletes, elite level athletes and stuff, that how they feel through it, and like not just the physical aspects. Like my stomach hurts at times. Sometimes it feels a little bit okay. Like, you know, sometimes getting up, I'm like, ouch. Yeah, doesn't feel great. I'm not gonna say I feel 100%. Do I feel a little bit better than when I was sick? Yeah, I don't feel as bad. It still has some side effects because I still have the pancreatitis, but overall it feels okay. But the mental health is going to be the biggest barrier for me. So that's where I'm just trying to work around it, doing a bit more online programming and coaching, looking into my university course for next year, doing some more stuff towards that, trying to take up my time and not go, oh, I'm not at the gym, I'm not lifting, I'm not training, or am I going backwards? But yeah, any questions, just leave them in the comments. Like, subscribe. Like, I will be back soon lifting, and I will even document that as well, because that is a part of the journey, and like where I have to start back out, how I'm having to learn how to re-engage core. At the moment, the hard thing is not engaging my core, which sounds weird, but because I'm so used to being able to do it for everything, I'm so used to having that brace, not being allowed to do that at the moment, or do it to a certain extent, is quite difficult. Anyways, any questions or anything, just leave them below. But yeah, peace out.